Well, I'm back with Julie Fei-Fan Balzer, who's going to be showing us a really fun journaling technique on canvas. Welcome.
Thank you.
This is so fun. This is exactly the kind of thing I like to do.
Well, you're going to love it. It's super easy. You're going to start with a snapshot, and any old snapshot would do. And then you're going to take a pen, and you want to make sure that it's a pigment pen that's archival and that's not going to run when any water touches it, because we're going to get a little messy.
Okay.
And you're just going to write some thoughts about the photo. And I have one here that's already done. And then once this is done, you're going to transfer your photo. Now, this is a really easy way to transfer a photo.
And you've just done this on canvas.
Right. This is on canvas, which has a great texture. And this is a bit of a Goldilocks moment, which is to say we want a coat of gel medium that's not too thick, not too thin, but sort of just right. So once your gel medium is down, what you're going to do is you're going to take your photo, which is on a transparency, just printed out of my inkjet printer at home. And I'm just going to press this and rub it on. Now I'm going to use this cool tool because I happen to have it, but you can certainly use your fingers or a popsicle stick.
Just to kind of burnish the image?
Yeah, and I'm not actually pushing down very hard. I'm really just making sure that contact has been made everywhere.
And obviously the ink side is face down, and that's
exactly.
the gel medium's pulling up the ink. Oh, that's so
and
cool.
There you go. It could not be easier.
I love the weathered, worn look of that.
Me too. And once that's done, and I happen to have one here that's already dry, so we don't have to worry about it, I'm going to take these oil pastels and I'm just going to start to decorate it. Now you can do any pattern you want. I'm going to draw a simple heart. And the nice thing about the oil pastels is, as you can see, if I push very lightly, I'm getting the texture of the canvas. Whereas if I push a little harder, I'm going to get a very opaque color, which is a totally different look.
And you have a lot of colors here.
I do, which is great. And I'm going to go into the photograph and do some highlights. So now you're going to say, why are you doing white on white, Julie? That makes absolutely no sense. But as we get towards the end, you'll see, and it's because the oil pastel actually resists any water. Okay? So once you're finished coloring, you're going to have something that looks a little bit like this.
Now, let me ask you a question. When you were doing the oil pastel on top of the gel medium, you obviously wait for the gel medium to dry fully.
Yes, exactly. You need to. And so once you've colored it in, and you can see I even wrote on top of it, okay?
With the oil pastel.
With oil pastel again. You're going to take it over to your machine, and you're going to machine quilt it just with batting and a backing fabric. And I just use scissors to cut it, and I like the wonky shapes. And then you're going to end up with something cool like this.
Here you actually have machine stitched with white thread.
I have, and the white thread is really nice because now when I go back in and I start to add some more color, I can smudge it with my finger and the white thread picks up that color and it almost starts to look like variegated thread, which I think is a great look. Now you can also blend these colors really easily, again using the greatest tool on earth, your finger. And you get some nice mixes there, okay?
Gorgeous.
And once I've gone through and decorated again, maybe for instance on the edge, I want to just darken up the border over the white thread. That's a nice decoration. I'm going to take some spray ink, okay? Now, it's good you're standing back because spray ink does get messy. So I'm going to spritz some spray ink on, and then I'm simply going to take my brush, which is just in water, and I'm going to spread it around.
Oh, that is, and actually the oil
pastel is resisting
very fun.
it, and then I can just take a cloth and I can just dab here to pick up that, and you can see that you can add some more colors, whatever you'd like.
This is gorgeous. And this one is actually completed. That's at the top of the table here.
Exactly.
And you've added some little circles, and that really does give it a whimsical feel to it.
Very fun.
Cute. And I love this example on the corner that's blue with the orange circles.
Yes, thank you.
Same process with the gel medium.
Same process with the gel medium and the oil pastels. And what I like about adding the oil pastels onto the photo is you can see it almost looks hand-drawn, almost like I did that myself.
That is beautiful. And then this is just another example over here, very similar to the first, where you've just done 4 transfers with the process again.
The one thing I will say about putting faces on is you want to try, if you can, to make sure that the eyes are not being blocked by the text.
Okay, very good point. Well, Julie, this is so much fun. I'm certainly going to try this when I get home.
Oh, good.
And that's today's show. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time on Quilting Arts.